Hi Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Your daily boost. Tithi, Nakshatra, days of the year, an important birth and death anniversary of 31st January 2026, Saturday. Bengali date, 17 March 1432. With per Venimatok Ponjika, today's Tithi is Shukla Trayodashi and up to 0737 hours and after that Shukla Chaturdasi. Today's Nakshatra is Anatra Nakshatra and up to 0257 hours and after that Punarvasu Nakshatra. Today is 31st day of the year. There are then 334 days left in 2026. Today is 5th Saturday of 2026. Today is National Hot Chocolate Day. National Hot Chocolate Day is celebrated on January 31st each year, honoring the rich, comforting drink loved across generations and cultures. This day highlights the joy of sipping warm, hot chocolate, whether classic, dark, spiced, or topped with marshmallows, especially during chilly winter days. Originating from ancient Mesoamerican cacao traditions and evolving into today's creamy indulgence, hot chocolate symbolizes warmth, relaxation, and simple happiness. National Hot Chocolate Day encourages people to slow down, enjoy a cozy moment, and share a cup of sweetness with family, friends, or colleagues. Today is International Zebra Day. International Zebra Day is observed on January 31st each year to raise awareness about zebras and the urgent need to protect them in the wild. This day highlights the three zebra species, plains, mountain, and Grevich zebra, and draws attention to threats such as habitat loss, climate change, and poaching that have caused declining populations, especially of the endangered Grevich zebra. Celebrating International Zebra Day encourages wildlife conservation, responsible tourism, and global efforts to preserve biodiversity, reminding us that protecting zebras also helps safeguard the fragile ecosystems of Africa. Today is Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Inspire Your Heart with Art Day is celebrated on January 31st each year to encourage people to connect with art in all its forms and experiences. Its power to uplift, heal, and inspire, whether through painting, music, dance, literature, photography, or crafts. This day highlights how art enriches emotional well-being and helps express thoughts and feelings beyond the words. Inspire Your Heart with Art Day invites everyone, artists and non-artists alike, to visit galleries, create something meaningful, or simply appreciate creativity around them, reminding us that art has the unique ability to touch the heart and bring joy, reflection, and inspiration into everyday life. Today is National Backwards Day. National Backwards Day is observed on January 31st each year as a light-hearted and fun celebration that encourages people to do things in reverse and break away from routine. On this quirky day, people may wear clothes backward, say phrases in reverse, start tasks from the end, or simply rethink habits from a fresh perspective. Beyond the humor, National Backwards Day also inspires creative thinking and reminds us that sometimes looking at life backwards can spark new ideas, laughter, and renewed sense of curiosity. Today is National Gorilla Sweet Day. National Gorilla Sweet Day is celebrated on January 31st each year as a playful and whimsical occasion that encourages people to dress up in gorilla suits and embrace humor, creativity, and fun. Originally inspired by the idea of breaking away from routine, this day invites individuals, workplaces, and communities to enjoy laughter, surprise, and light-hearted social interactions. While silly on the surface, National Gorilla Sweet Day also reminds us of the importance of joy, stress relief, and not taking life too seriously once in a while. Today is Brandy Alexander Day. Brandy Alexander Day is observed on January 31st each year, celebrating the classic and indulgent cocktail known for its smooth, creamy flavor. Made with brandy, creamy cacao, and cream, and traditionally garnished with freshly grated nutmeg. The brandy Alexander has long been associated with elegance and after-dinner enjoyment. This day honors the cocktail's rich history and timeless appeal, inviting enthusiasts to appreciate responsible sipping, classic mixology, and the art of savoring a well-crafted drink. Today is Eat Your Brussels Sprouts Day. Eat Your Brussels Sprouts Day is celebrated on January 31st each year to encourage people to appreciate the nutritional benefits of this often overlooked vegetable. Packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, Brussels sprouts support overall health and can be surprisingly delicious when roasted, sauteed, or seasoned well. This day playfully challenges food stereotypes, reminding us that healthy eating can be enjoyable and that even the most misunderstood vegetables deserve a second chance on our plates. Today is Scotch Tape Day. Scotch Tape Day is observed on January 31st each year, celebrating the invention of this simple yet indispensable adhesive that has fixed, sealed, and saved countless everyday moments. Introduced by 3M in 1930, Scotch tape quickly became a household essential known for its transparency, convenience, and versatility. This day recognizes how a small innovation can make a big impact, reminding us to appreciate the clever tools that quietly hold things together both at home and at work. Today is National Seed Swap Day. National Seed Swap Day is celebrated on the last Saturday of January each year, promoting community sharing, sustainability, and the joy of gardening. On this day, gardeners exchange seeds of flowers, vegetables, and herbs, helping preserve plant diversity and encourage local eco-friendly growing practices. National Seed Swap Day highlights the importance of saving heirloom seeds, reducing costs, and strengthening community connections, while inspiring people to grow healthier gardens and a greener future together. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Shivnath Sastri, 31st January 1847 to 30th September 1919. Shivnath Sastri was a prominent Indian social reformer, educationist, writer, and historian renowned for his contributions to Bengal's socio-cultural renaissance. Born in Kolkata, he was deeply influenced by the Brahmo Samaj as organizations dedicated to social and religious reform. Sastri championed education, particularly for women, and worked tirelessly to promote progressive values such as equality, rational thinking, and humanitarianism. He was a prolific writer and historian, documenting the lives and achievements of reformers and contributing significantly to Bengali literature. Through his essays, biographies, and historical accounts, he emphasized moral integrity and social responsibility. Shastri also played a key role in advocating for the eradication of social evils like child marriage and caste discrimination. His vision of a just and enlightened society inspired generations of thinkers and reformers. Today he is remembered as a pioneering figure who combined scholarship with active social service to uplift the marginalized and strengthen India's intellectual and cultural heritage. Today is death anniversary of Mr. John Raleigh Mott, 25th May 1865 to 31st January 1955. John Raleigh Mott was a distinguished American evangelist and international Christian leader, best known for his work with the Young Men's Christian Association and as a founder and long-time leader of the World Student Christian Federation. He served as General Secretary of the WSA from 1895 to 1920 and later as its chairperson from 1920 to 1928. Watt presided over the influential 1910 World Missionary Conference and was instrumental in the founding of the World Council of Churches in 1948, which elected him lifelong honorary president. He traveled extensively to promote ecumenism, organizing regional and national conferences across Asia, and he maintained relations with the Russian Orthodox Church after the Russian Revolution. In recognition of his lifelong efforts in promoting international Protestant, Christian, student organizations and peace, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1946, which he shared with Emily Green Budge. His family members also achieved notable honors, including his son, John Livingston Mott, receiving the Tiger Him Silver Medal in 1931 for YMCA work in India. Mott's best-known book, The Evangelization of the World in This Generation, became a seminal missionary slogan in the early 20th century. He is regarded as one of the most widely traveled and universally trusted Christian leaders of his era. His legacy is preserved through his papers at the Yale Divinity School Library, reflecting his lifelong dedication to missions, ecumenism, and global Christian cooperation. Today is great anniversary of Mr. John Galsworthy, 14th August 1867 to 31st January 1933. John Galsworthy was an English novelist and playwright best known for his epic series The Forsyte Saga, which offers a vivid portrayal of upper middle class life in England during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Educated at Harrow and Oxford, he initially trained as a lawyer before turning to literature, publishing his first work under a pseudonym. Galsworthy's writing was marked by his keen social observation, moral concern, and advocacy for social reforms, often addressing issues like class divisions, prison conditions, and women's rights. His plays such as Justice and Loyalties were influential in highlighting social injustices. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1932 for his distinguished art of narration, which combined realism with deep humanity. Despite his success, Galsworthy maintained a modest and private lifestyle. His works have remained influential, adapted into acclaimed stage and television productions. He is remembered as a writer who blended storytelling with sense of moral responsibility, leaving a lasting mark on English literature. Birth anniversary of Mr. Theodore William Richards, 31st January 1868 to 2nd April 1928. Theodore William Richards was a pioneering American physical chemist and the first American scientist to receive the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, which he won in 1914 for his extraordinarily precise determinations of the atomic weights of many chemical elements. His work set new global standards for accuracy in chemical measurement and significantly refined the periodic table. Richards and his students examined the atomic weights of 55 elements, uncovering key sources of experimental error and introducing exceptional purification techniques. He was the first to demonstrate through chemical analysis that elements such as lead could have referent atomic weights, providing early exceptional support for the concept of isotopes. At Harvard University, he rose to become chairman of the chemistry department and later the prestigious Irving Professor of Chemistry, also serving as director of the Olcott Gibbs Memorial Laboratory. He declined a full professorship at the University of Göttingen, choosing instead to strengthen American scientific research. Richards invented important scientific instruments, including the adiabatic calorimeter and the nephelometer. His research also contributed to advances in thermodynamics, electrochemistry, and atomic theory. Through his discoveries, leadership, and Nobel recognitions, Richards firmly established the United States as a major center of chemical research. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Irving Langmuir, 31st January 1881 to 16th August 1957. Irving Langmuir was a highly influential American scientist who made groundbreaking contributions to chemistry, physics, and engineering, earning the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1932 for his discoveries and investigations in surface chemistry. He played a key role in advancing atomic theory by popularizing modern ideas of atomic structure, valence shells, and chemical bonding. While working at General Electric, he invented the gas-filled incandescent lamp, atomic hydrogen welding, and made major improvements in vacuum tubes, which transformed lighting, electronics, and communications. Langmuir was a pioneer of plasma physics, introducing the term plasma, discovering Langmuir waves, and inventing the Langmuir probe, still widely used to measure plasma temperature and density. He developed the concept of monolayers and with Catherine B. Blodgett laid the foundations of surface science and thin film physics. His work influenced atmospheric science through the discovery of Langmuir calculations in oceans and early experiments in cloud seeding. He served as president of the Institute of Radio Engineers and participated in major international scientific forums such as the Solvay Conference. Several honors bear his name, including the ACS journal Langmuir and the Langmuir Laboratory for Atmospheric Research. He also coined the term pathological science, shaping how scientists evaluate doubtful research. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Meher Baba, 25th February 1894 to 31st January 1969. Meher Baba was a prominent 20th century Indian spiritual master who declared himself the avatar and attracted hundreds of thousands of followers worldwide. He developed a distinctive map of consciousness blending Sufi, Vedic, and Yogic traditions and taught that the ultimate goal of life is God realization through love and selfless service. After a 7 year spiritual transformation guided by several renowned saints, he undertook an extraordinary 44-year vow of silence beginning in 1925, communicating only through an alphabet board and later hand gestures. His major spiritual work, God Speaks and Discourses, are regarded as a foundational text by his followers. Meher Baba established the Avatar Meher Baba Charitable Trust and several centers for pilgrimage and spiritual learning, with his Samadhi at Meherabad becoming a major place of devotion. He was accepted as the leader of Sufi organizations in the United States, which he renamed Sufism Reoriented. His influence extended into global culture, popularizing the phrase "Don't worry, be happy" and inspiring musicians, writers, and artists. Though he received no formal awards, his lasting achievement lies in his profound spiritual teaching, global following, and enduring impact on modern spiritual thought. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Ragnar Anton Kittil, priest, 3rd March 1895 to 31st January 1973. Ragnar Anton Kittil, priest, was a pioneering Norwegian economist and econometrician whose contributions shaped modern economics as a quantitative and statistically informed science. He coined the terms econometrics, microeconomics, and macroeconomics, and developed the first statistically informed model of business cycles in 1933. Fries received the Antonio Petrinelli Prize from the Academics Nazionale dei Lincei in 1961 and was awarded the first ever Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1969, shared with John Timbergen, for developing and applying dynamic models to analyze economic processes. He was a founder of the Econometric Society in 1930 and edited his journal Econometrica for over 20 years. The Frieze Medal, awarded biennially for the best paper in Econometrica, and the Frieze Center for Applied Economic Analysis at the University of Oslo, both honor his legacy. He was a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences and the American Philosophical Society. Frieze also introduced formal mathematical methods in production theory, time series analysis, linear regression, and econometric modeling. His work laid the foundations for neo-Walrasian research and modern business cycle theory. Beyond academia, he was recognized for his influence on government economic planning and the global development of econometrics. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Alva Myrdal, 31st January 1902 to 1st February 1986. Alva Myrdal was a distinguished Swedish sociologist, diplomat, and politician whose lifelong achievements spanned social reform, education, gender equality, and global peace. She was a key architect of the Swedish welfare state and co-authored the influential book Crisis in the Population Question, 1934, which shaped family population and child care policies in Sweden. A pioneer in early childhood education, she reformed preschool systems and co-founded the National Educational Seminar, advancing professional training for educators. Myrdal held several historic international positions, including head of welfare policy at the United Nations and chair of UNESCO's Social Science section, becoming one of the first women to lead at that level. As Sweden's delegate to the UN Disarmament Conference 1962 to 1973, she emerged as a leading global voice for nuclear disarmament and non-aligned nations. She played a foundational role in establishing the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute and served as its first chair, appointed Sweden's cabinet minister for disarmament. She influenced international arms control dialogue during the Cold War. Her book, The Game of Disarmament, became a major intellectual contribution to peace Studies. In recognition of her tireless leadership in the global disarmament movement, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1982, cementing her legacy as one of the most influential peace advocates of the 20th century. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Jack Roosevelt Robinson, 31st January 1919 to 24th October 1972. Jack Roosevelt Robinson was a trailblazing American baseball player who broke the modern era color barrier in Major League Baseball when he debuted for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. During his 10-year MLB career, he won the inaugural Rookie of the Year award in 1947, was a six-time All-Star from 1949 to 1954, and became the first black player to win the National League Most Valuable Player award in 1949. He played in six World Series and helped the Dodgers secure the 1955 World Series championship. Robinson was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962 in his first year of eligibility. Off the field, he became the first black television analyst in MLB, the first black vice president of a major American corporation, clockful owners, and helped establish the Freedom National Bank in Harlem. In recognition of his lasting impact, he was posthumously awarded the Congressional Gold Medal and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Major League Baseball retired his uniform number 42 across all teams in 1997, making him the first professional athlete in any sport to receive that honor. MLB also established Jackie Robinson Day in 2004, celebrated annually on April 15, when every player wears number 42. His talent, character, and commitment to non-violence significantly influenced the civil rights movement and American society at large. Today is birth anniversary of Major Somnath Sharma, 31st January 1923 to 3rd November 1947. Major Somnath Sharma, PVC, was an illustrious officer of the Indian Army and the first ever recipient of India's highest military gallantry award, the Paramvir Chakra, awarded posthumously for his supreme sacrifice. Commissioned in 1942, he served with distinction during World War II in the Arakan campaign in Burma, where his bravery earned him a mention in dispatches gazetted in 1946. During the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947-48, he commanded B Company of the 4th Battalion, Humayun Regiment, and played a decisive role in the historic Battle of Badgaon on 3rd November 1947. Despite being heavily outnumbered, injured, and under intense mortar and small arms fire, he led from the front and held his ground to protect Srinagar city and its vital airport. His fearless leadership delayed enemy forces for crucial hours, enabling Indian reinforcements to secure the region. His inspiring last message and unwavering resolve became legendary in Indian military history. The Paramvir Chakra for his exceptional courage, leadership, and devotion to duty was officially gazetted on 21st June 1950, marking the first conferment of the decorations. His name is immortalized at the National War Memorial, Balidan Stambh, and Amar Jawan Jyoti in recognition of his legacy. A crude oil tanker of the Shipping Corporation of India was named MT Major Somnath Sharma PVC. He remains a timeless symbol of sacrifice, valor, and selfless service to the nation. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Rudolf Ludwig Mosavier, 31st January 1929 to 14th September 2011. Rudolf Ludwig Mosavier was a renowned German physicist best known for his discovery of the Mosavier effect, a groundbreaking phenomenon in nuclear physics. Born in Munich, Germany, he pursued his studies in physics at the University of Munich, where he developed a keen interest in nuclear spectroscopy. The Mosavier effect, discovered in 1958, involves the recoil-free emissions and observation of gamma rays by atomic nuclei, enabling highly precise measurements in physics and chemistry. This discovery had significant applications in solid-state physics, chemistry, and general relativity experiments, revolutionizing the study of atomic and molecular structures. For his work, Mosavier was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1961 at a remarkably young age. Throughout his career, he contributed to both theoretical and experimental physics, mentoring students and fostering research in spectroscopy. His work continues to influence modern physics and materials science and analytical techniques, cementing his place as a pioneering scientist of the 20th century. Today is death anniversary of Miss Suraya Jamal Sheikh, 15th June 1929 to 31st January 2004. Suraya Jamal Sheikh, popularly known as Suraya, was one of the most celebrated actresses and playback singers in the history of Indian cinema, with a prolific career spanning from 1936 to 1964. She acted in over 70 Hindi films and sang an extraordinary 338 songs, mostly for herself, showcasing her rare dual talent, dominating the film industry during the mid-1940s to early 1950s. She was the highest-paid actress of her time, often earning more than her male co-stars. Suraya delivered several box office blockbusters such as Vidya, Pyar Ki Jeet, Dil Lagi, and Badi Bahin, which cemented her superstar status. Her critically acclaimed portrayal of Moti Begum in Mirza Ghalib 1954 earned praise from two Prime Ministers of India and remains one of her finest performances. Known by the titles Malika-i, whose quality of beauty, and Malika in Adakari, Queen of Acting, she was admired for her versatility across genres. She began her singing career at the age of 12 and her acting journey as a child artist, evolving into a leading lady of Hindi cinema. In recognition of her immense contributions to Indian films, Suraya was honored with the Screen Lifetime Achievement Award in 1996. Her legacy endures as a symbol of artistic excellence and golden era cinema. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Oe Kenjaburo, 31st January 1935 to 3rd March 2023. Kenjaburo Oe was a celebrated Japanese writer whose literary and social contributions earned him international recognition. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1994 for creating an imagined world where life and myth condensed to form a disconcerting picture of the human predicament today, highlighting his explorations of existential, political, and social issues in contemporary Japan. In the same year, he was named to receive Japan's prestigious Order of Culture, which declined due to his personal principles and refusal to accept honors from the emperor. He also received the Akutagawa Prize in 1958 for his short story Siku, establishing him as a major literary figure early in his career. His works, including A Personal Matter and Okinawa Notes, garnered acclaim for addressing human dignity, disability, nuclear issues, and social responsibility. Internationally, he was recognized for promoting modern Japanese literature and engaging in pacifist, anti-nuclear, and democratic activism. Through his novels, essays, and public interventions, Oe influenced generations of writers, thinkers, and activists worldwide. His advocacy extended to nuclear disarmament, anti-nuclear energy campaigns, and constitutional pacifism, reflecting the moral engagement that underpinned his literature. Beyond the novel, his lifelong work earned him a lasting legacy as one of Japan's most profound and socially conscious literary voices. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Subroto Guha, 31st January 1946 to 5th November 2003. Subroto Guha was an Indian cricketer and right-arm medium fast opening bowler who represented India in four Test matches between 1967 and 1969. While still a 20-year-old student at Calcutta University, he gained prominence by taking 4 for 64 and 7 for 49 against the touring West Indies in 1966-67, leading a combined Central and East Zones team to their only defeat on the tour. Through his international success was limited with appearances in one Test against England and three against Australia. Goa excelled in domestic cricket for Bengal, capturing 209 wickets at an impressive average of 14.61, including best figures of 7 for 18 against Assam in 1970-73. Known for his disciplined line and swing bowling, he was regarded as one of Bengal's finest seamers of his era. Beyond cricket, he worked for the State Bank of India and married Neelam in 1971, with whom he had two sons. His son Kunal later married actress Netra Raghuraman. Subhabuba passed away suddenly in November 2003 at the age of 57, leaving behind a legacy of skill and humility and contributions to Indian cricket. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe, and share.